Hey lovelies, and welcome back to the K Corner, where hormones get healed or balanced, guts get healed, hormones get balanced, and we let that shit go. It's the fourth time I've said it today, and I don't have a funny line for you guys on this one. I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm also a cycle syncing coach, as well as a fitness and aerial yoga instructor. So we do lots of cool things. We heal the body and have fun at the same time. We find true balance so that we can live in a body that we want to live in and we're happy living in. Right, let's get into this. Go ahead, like this video, because you know you're going to like it. You know it's going to be good, so you might as well just like it from now on. Hit that subscribe button if you are keen to see more of this kind of content and to get notified. I drop these videos weekly. Every week we do a deep dive into a new topic to help heal the body, help feel better, help do all those great things. I also drop weekly fitness videos as well. They are short, they're express workout videos. If you only have 15 to 30 minutes to work out, these are your go-to videos. They are all created with your cycle in mind as well. You basically just pick what phase you're in and you do a workout from there. As simple as that. We kind of reverse engineered it over here. Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about why most workouts wreck women's hormones. A lot of people think I'm crazy for talking about this like this, but I'm a testament. If you've ever felt whacked out just before your period and you feel more tired, more fatigued doing your normal workout, this is going to be the video for you. You want to listen to me on this one. If you're eating clean, you're working out hard, and you are still exhausted, you're still feeling bloated, and you're still feeling stuck, okay, your workouts might be wrecking your hormones, and we're going to dive into it today. We've got a few talking points. I've got my list here. Let's go for it. Number one, cortisol chaos. It is at the forefront of pretty much everything I talk about. It's the cortisol chaos. I know so many of us deal with it, and this could very well have to do with your workouts, wrecking your hormones. So the science behind it, things like HIIT will give you a cardio spike. HIIT and chronic cardio is going to give you a cortisol spike, which in some cases is fine. It's great. It's normal. Like high intensity workouts give you a cortisol spike, and there's not necessarily anything wrong with that in itself. However, if we're doing it in women at the wrong time, that can lead to things like adrenal fatigue and then suppress motion, suppress progesterone. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about the hormones, go ahead, check this video out here. I go into a little bit of detail on estrogen and progesterone and how that plays in our cycle. But for today's video, to give you a brief overrun, too much stress suppresses progesterone. We need progesterone for a healthy cycle. If we have too little progesterone is like our happy hormone. She's the chill, zen, cool hormone of our bodies. If we don't have enough of that, we get cranky, ragey bitch mode. Simple as that. You can check that video out for a better explanation, right? And we don't want that, right? Things like HIIT and chronic cardio, running, intense running, HIIT, lifting very heavy weights, anything that is high intensity on the body, pushing limits, that spikes cortisol, and the cortisol spike at certain times of your cycle is not a good thing. We don't want that because we want progesterone. We want to be chill. We want to be nice. So why does this matter? Exhaustion, stubborn weight, and worsening of PMS. With that spike in cortisol and that progesterone lowering, we're going to get aggravated PMS symptoms. So you're going to feel like shit. You're going to be exhausted, and you are going to develop stubborn weight gain because that cortisol is raising up, right? This thing called cortisol belly. I don't know if you dubbed that weird, but some essence is true. You will pick up stubborn weight because of that increased cortisol, and that's why it matters. How do we fix this? You want to balance your intensity. You want to focus on recovery and effective recovery and watch signs for overtraining. You want to focus on your high intensity training, right? Anything that's going to give you a big cortisol spike or a bigger cortisol spike. You want to focus at doing that in your late follicular and ovulation phase. Those are going to be your most effective times to do that. I always tell my clients, if you want to get your personal best, right, if you're into weight training, you into like kind of CrossFit, that kind of stuff, do your personal bests during ovulation. Don't bother any other time. Your body's not designed to do it then. Do it in your ovulation and go do it, and then come back to this video, comment, and let me know how that changes things for you. So you want to time your workouts effectively. So having those HIIT workouts, high intensity workouts during your late follicular and your ovulation phase is a really good space to do it. When you are luteal and menstrual, you want to focus on reducing the amount of high intensity training and focusing on something else. If you are somebody who likes weight training, you want to do personal best in ovulation, bring down the weight and the intensity towards your luteal menstrual phase, and then you can pick it back up again during your follicular on your way to your ovulation. Timing it effectively is going to assist with not getting those cortisol spikes and then not whacking your hormones out of balance. Gentle daily support is key and not wait, what? I'm reading a wrong space here. Fix. Balance intensity, build recovery days, and watch size. That's, I just told you how to do that. Yes. Next up, we've got cycle phases and exercise. So I touched on this a little bit. We're going to dive a little bit deeper in here. So the science behind it, hormones fluctuate weekly, daily, the whole month, right? We've got our 28-day cycle. It's not always 28 days for every woman. It could be slightly different. We're ranging at anywhere between 26 to 34, 35 for like a healthy cycle. So it ranges. You've got several different hormones that rise and fall throughout the month. And we want to look at training according to those fluctuations. If you're training the same every day, we're ignoring those fluctuations and we're not then training optimally. If you're keen on training optimally and efficiently, you're gonna want to cycle sync. Hands down, you're gonna want to cycle sync. It's going to be a game changer for you. Okay, so why does this matter? Misaligned training worsens PMS, aggravates fatigue, so you'll get even more fatigued, and there is injury risk. Your body as a woman during ovulation is designed to recover better during your ovulation. It is designed to handle stress better, handle those cortisol spikes better during your ovulation. It is not designed to do that in your luteal phase. Don't ask me why. That's how the body works. Right. So how do we fix that? Menstrual phase, rest and gentle. It doesn't mean just because you're on your period doesn't mean you don't exercise. If you don't want to exercise on your period, you don't have to. I'm not telling you you have to, but I'm also not telling you that you shouldn't, because that's also weird. We can still exercise on our cycles. You just want to be more intentional. You want to be more restful about it. You want to be more gentle about it. This is not the time to go personal bests. Also, who wants to? I don't know. I don't want to go do crazy stuff when I'm on my period. Follicular and ovulation, like I said before, high intensity and strength. So you can really push your limits during this phase. And then your luteal, you want moderate instability. Your luteal phase is actually your phase you want to be more conscious and more intentional with. Your luteal phase, the way you treat your body during your luteal phase is going to basically be setting you up for your next cycle. So being very mindful of that. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard in our luteal phase that's where you see the burnout come out, right? It's not so much during your menstrual phase that you'll see more of a link with what you do during your luteal phase. Next up, we've got long-term hormone damage. So if we're not training so much for our cycle, we can, in effect, cause long-term damage to our hormones. So the science behind it, overtraining lowers progesterone if you are doing it, not effectively, disrupts ovulation, suppresses thyroid hormones. So disrupts ovulation. If your ovulation gets disrupted, could lead to you not ovulating, could lead to you not being able to, obviously, fertility issues. Suppresses thyroid hormones. Your thyroid is responsible for many things in many cofactors in your body. Again, we'll jump into a deep dive onto this in another video. So disrupting your thyroid is going to disrupt other things. Disrupting your ovulation is going to, in effect, cause other things. As a whole, we need to treat the body as a whole system instead of targeting this one little thing. We don't just focus on this. This is where it starts, and then we open up and we see the whole picture, the whole body. Why does this matter when it comes to lowering progesterone and disrupting ovulation? Why does this matter? It leads to irregular cycles. That's not healthy, which will lead to infertility, stubborn weight gain. So you often hear of women who train incredibly hard for competitions and things like that. Some women will struggle with fertility issues later on in life, or fertility issues during their training. Some of them will lose their cycle completely. If you overtrain, you can lose your cycle, and that's detrimental. You are really sitting with bigger issues than just not having a cycle. It leads to many other things that really needs deep dive and a good look, because you are then in a space where your hormones are very much out of balance. We need to really look at getting that back into check. So how can we fix this? You want to train for strength and metabolic health and not for punishment. It's not about going to the gym every single day. You want to exercise and you want to be healthy. Movement is a phenomenal tool to use for a healthy lifestyle. You want it to be fun, first and foremost, so it should not be punishment. You don't have to go to the gym. I say the gym because it's a very typical culture. You go 5 days a week or 6 days a week, whatever the case may be. Fitness and exercise can look different to everyone, and it can be varied and it can change up. And I love to promote this because that in essence supports cycle syncing so much better. You can still lift your weights and do Pilates and do yoga and do aerial and do pole. You can do it all. It's fine. You don't have to lift weights every day or run every day for it to be effective. In actual fact, it's not efficient at all. You will see your running improve better. You will see your weight training improve better if you cross train and you do it for your cycle more than anything else. Smarter training for women. So let's look into it. Science behind this. Strength and functional training improves insulin sensitivity, muscle, and hormone health, which if you go check some of my videos from the previous weeks, we touch on insulin sensitivity a little bit as well. So that can give you a little bit of a clue, an extra tidbit on this whole topic over here. So we want the strength and the functional training improves that insulin sensitivity, muscle, and hormone health. Why does this matter? Aligned with cycle. When you aligned with your cycle, you have more energy, less PMS symptoms, and better results. You actually see you will achieve more and you will become stronger and better when you are doing it more intentionally for your cycle. And that's amazing. Okay, so how do we do this? Functional Pilates, aerial yoga, strength training synced to your phases. You can go ahead, check out my YouTube channel. I've got playlists for each phase, and in each phase you can find a different type of workout specifically for that phase, which is really handy. And I do functional Pilates, I do aerial yoga, I do foam rolling, stretching, functional fitness as well. We do a little bit of a mix of things. So you want to look at picking a handful of things that you love doing. If you love doing weight training and you want to do weight training 5 days a week, you can still do that. You just sync that to your cycle. Okay? Or if you want to have a little bit of a mix up and have a little bit of fun with it, pick a handful of things that you like, 2 or 3 modalities, and adjust that for your cycle and work out for your cycle. Makes a huge difference. So the best workout is the one that works for your hormones and not against it. And it really just comes down to picking the right workout for the right time. Or if you like one type of workout, you just like doing aerial yoga, then adjust your workout for your cycle. You don't have to do the crazy flips in your luteal phase. You can just do the deep stretch and the restorative work when you do that. With that all said and done, thank you so much for joining in and watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, if you found this video helpful. Subscribe. I drop weekly educational videos every single week, diving into these kinds of topics along with fitness videos as well. If you're looking for more information, you want a good grounding and getting your healing journey started, you can check the links in my description box below. There's a bunch of free resources there, along with programs and ebooks that will really help you get on your healing journey. And if you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can go check that down below as well. You can request a booking and I will contact you to set up an appointment. And we can get you healing like a boss. Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.